In the previous video you saw us wrapping up the final maintenance tasks on the boat. We were assembling the anchor, securing it to the anchor chain, the propellers were reinstalled, and the day we had all been waiting for finally arrived. The boat was going back in the water, and the moment she touched the bay we set sail straight from Dennis Point, Maryland. Now we're on our way to our brand new destination. Welcome back to Sailing Aperta and enjoy the new video.
So good morning guys. Right now we're motor sailing. We only have the head sail up. This because there's not a lot of wind. We could eventually put up the mainsail. Unfortunately some parts of the boat aren't working. You cannot see the sock and also the nuts, depth and feet. Also one thing with the boat is that the autopilot isn't working, and for people thinking that, yeah, it's nice, you can hand steer the boat by yourself. But imagine if you have to do it for 56 hours. But if you're with two people and you have to hand steer the boat all the time, it can be a pain in the ass. So right now we're heading to Norfolk to pick up a new part for the boat. Because we got here this part. This part here is the brain of the autopilot and it's not working. So we'll get a new one for that in Norfolk. So the goal is today to head to Norfolk. I'm standing inside because the glasses I'm wearing are not really made for the sea, because the sun brightens the sea right now and I'm just squishing my eyes the whole time because it's so bright. But yeah, anyway, the weather is really good. Over here we have a beautiful tower. So yeah, we're just chilling. And what's nice is that we're heading south, so that means it gets warmer and warmer. And yeah, I like the warmth, so I will not complain. So I'm really happy when we're heading to Miami.
6 hours of sailing went smoothly, until a moment hit where I start feeling off. As the wheels grew a bit rougher, it was the first time I'd ever felt seasick, but eventually we made it to our destination, the South Mill Creek anchorage. There wasn't much to do at the spot. We were mostly just waiting for a good day to leave the anchorage. I could have hung my hammock on the bow, but I didn't. And speaking of the hammock, I have to thank my best buddy John for that one.
Zijn we weer, hè, Sean? Heel man.
Before I flew to America, I wanted to stop by and see my buddy John. He and I always have those meaningful conversations, talking about life, our incredible trip through Canada, and the sailing adventure I was getting ready for in the States. And during that visit, he surprised me with this amazing gift.
So, I brought Nino something, and because he is gonna sail for 36 days approximately. He's gonna sail in America with Emma and her father and her mother and siblings, and so I talked to Emma's father and I decided to buy something Nino can use on the boat. So yeah, Nino, there you go. I hope this will help your adventure. Yeah, I know. I made sure you can use it on the boat.
Oh, that's nice. Never had one of those before. And the other one?
Yeah, and those are the straps that come with it.
Ah, nice one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lo. It's amazing.
2 days later, after leaving the South Mill Creek anchorage, we arrived at our new spot, Jackson Creek. The next day, Emma taught me how to lower the dinghy into the water. A dinghy is essential out here. It's basically your car, the thing you need to pick up groceries or get yourself ashore. Learning how to operate the dinghy was incredibly valuable for me, because one of the things you end up doing the most, especially when your water breaker isn't working, is picking up fresh water at the marina or at the public dinghy docks.
Good boy, Captain. Aye. Yahoo!
You. open.
Bada bing, bada boom. Some dog barking.
So we're heading back one more time so we can take a shower. I said to Emma, maybe it's good to go for another round so we all just can take a shower. Because it's really nice to take a shower after not showering for, what is it, maybe 5 days now?
Too many.
So really,
Too many.
really excited for that.
We had been here in Hampton for quite some time, so we decided to head out. As a Dutchman, I hadn't seen much of America yet, so checking out all the nearby side streets was really fun. We did our groceries at Food Lion, and a few days later I went to get a haircut in America, and this guy was an absolute legend.
Oh shit, but you're fresh! So we're already skipping through a lot of days because from this day on we have already done a lot when we were in Hampton. I think it's already like 3 weeks already.
It's about 3 weeks at this point in time. I think we've covered at least 300 nautical miles.
So what we did is we waited for Emma, her mother, to arrive because we wanted to do Cape Hatteras with 4 of us. The plan was to go for 48 hours. I don't think we did actually 48 hours because everyone was so sick at the time. So we decided to pull in a little bit earlier. So we came at Cape Lookout at the time. And the reason why Cape Hatteras was so hard, you will see it now.
Everyone thought that it would be that comfy, but this was the real scene the next day.
So, good afternoon guys. I want to give you guys an update because, yeah, I don't feel very well right now. We're on passage, we're on 2-day passage, and yeah, I have already thrown up. Every time I try to talk, I feel like I have to throw up. So maybe I'm gonna run to the restroom. But yeah, the seas are rough. And for me, this is the first time being seasick. It's not fun. I really hate it because I want to be helpful and I cannot be helpful because I feel bad. I feel very sick. So yeah. Seas are really rough. You should see it there.
I don't know. I tightened down the middle piece though and it seems to be good. Yeah, the biggest thing that we tried doing in Cape Lookout was fix some of the hatches, which did not go as planned because the way they attach together, you're supposed to be able to pull them apart, but ours have corroded to the extent that you could not yank them apart. So from Cape Lookout, we went down to Wrightsville, picked up anchor pretty easily, and from what I remember, it was not a bad passage.
Yeah, so I think we had like, it was a 16-hour passage, 12-hour passage, and
Something like that.
yeah, so
I was making tacos while you guys were hauling up the anchor and shimmying out of here. Beautiful sunset.
also it was full moon at the time, so we had like this beautiful moon with the seas, and it was really calm.
Was that when we saw the rockets that one night?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one. But I think we had easy night passage there. Pulled up to Wrightsville rather early in the morning. I want to say like 7 or 8. Dropped anchor and then ate breakfast, and then we crashed hard. And then the original plan was like we'd stay in Wrightsville for like a day, but the weather window was such that we were like, you know what, never mind, we're gonna be here for a little bit. And so Nino and we went out, picked up some extra provisions because we were low on stuff, and then we hauled so much water that day. That was ridiculous. We hauled so much water like that entire stay actually.
Yeah. So there was like a big distance between going from our boat to the dinghy dock. The best thing was that the seas were really calm, so it was actually nice to do, and Emma and I don't mind doing it. We like to be productive. It's like it became more of like a sport for us, just to see how much water we can just haul in, and also like you're just working out.
Listening to good music.
Your mother also made a beautiful picture from us.
Yeah. We were on our like 3rd or 4th run at that point in time.
I think the water we could drink the water, but it was like, it had like this really weird taste, because
Didn't taste great.
you will think like, yeah, why does our water maker doesn't do his job?
The boost pump said no, which makes sense because the boost pump is like way over back in the port side hole, and so like there's this massive line that it has to travel from that locker right there all the way there, and then of course there's electrical issues, and being kind of struck by lightning kind of makes things trickier.
Yeah. But we did after Wrightsville Beach, we just took off super early in the morning. The sun was rising, and it was actually a really good passage. There was not a lot going on there. The thing with me and Emma is always when we are on passage together and it's night passage, we just
Crank on some tunes.
yeah, so that's really cool. What do you want to tell about Charleston?
We were there for a very long time, and as we were getting into Charleston, while Nino and I were on shift, oh gosh, it was Portside Sail Drive was like, hey, we're leaking water. And so we had to quickly shut off Portside.
Imagine if the currents are against you, and then also the wind is like coming from the bow. So we were I think we only did like 4 knots maybe.
Oh yeah, we were going real slow.
Yeah, so 10 a.m. in the morning we came there. We just dropped anchor. We had like this beautiful anchorage because we were looking out on the cross. We had like literally a cross that was standing into a swamp. When we found out that the port engine, so the sail drive, was damaged, her parents planned on getting the boat out of the water again, so it was going back on the hard. And yeah, we didn't want that at all, because yeah, we have been a long time on the hard. But yeah, because there were so many delays and a lot of things were happening, we didn't make like progress at all. I mean, I have enjoyed the process of coming here, but yeah, we could have been easily here much faster. Like, we have some good friends, Clint and Jenna.
They're anchored just like 5 miles down. They've gone over 400 nautical miles within like barely a week of them getting back on the water because they have autopilot, but we do not have autopilot. And so passages are much trickier.
So I think they have done everything in almost 6 days coming here. They were like flying out there. And finally, after that the sail drive has been fixed, we started heading towards where we now. I thought it was called Cucumber Island, but it turns out it was
Cumberland Island.
But then the thing was, we just took off from our Airbnb. I hadn't slept a lot, and also my nose is like it's still like clogged and it's still sick. So doing a 24-hour passage with a nose that isn't working well, and I had like less sleep, so it was a really hard passage for me. Also for Emma, her mother. She threw up, I think 4 times maybe. And you're the only one actually who still...
I haven't thrown up on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's still
hold the record of not throwing up on a boat while doing passages or being seasick. I mean, you have felt sometimes where you felt sick, but still
Yeah,
not.
I felt sick, and I felt queasy, but I haven't thrown up yet. And I don't intend to. Yeah, so Fort Lauderdale is where the boat will get surveyed. We'll be able to determine what damage has been done due to the lightning strike that we had just next door.
So
And from there, we'll be able to determine what insurance will be able to cover and maybe get a lot of our electronics replaced and fixed. But we don't know when we'll be able to get the work done on the boat. So from Fort Lauderdale, we'll be going down to Miami, picking up a mooring ball, and then leaving the boat for the holidays.
Okay.
The last few weeks pushed our little crew harder than we expected. From exploring Charleston and sharing the best moments with Nino, to the chaos of rough passages, failing gear, and an emergency haul-out we never saw coming. But looking back, I see how much we've grown. The challenges that felt impossible showed us what we're really capable of. And somewhere between night watches, repairs, long days, and small victories, we found a rhythm that pulled us closer together. Nino came aboard to learn how to sail, but what he's learned was the truth of boat life, that it's messy, unpredictable, and full of moments that make you stronger. We made it through every high and low, side by side. And with so much still ahead of us, this is just the beginning.